Welcome to today's video, where we unlock the influential art of recognizing when an older woman is ready to be approached. This isn't about chance or guessing. It's about understanding the subtle yet clear signs that many men overlook. We'll walk you through 7 key signals, giving you the insight to navigate these moments, transforming your dating success confidently. Let's face it, not every man is born knowing how to read these signals. But the truth is, the most successful men didn't learn this skill overnight. They honed it through experience, self-awareness, and a willingness to learn. This is your opportunity to step into that same growth space, where knowledge and practice meet, allowing you to connect on a deeper level. In this video, we're diving into proven advice specifically designed to help you understand older women and the nuances of attraction. It's time to stop relying on luck and make actual, confident moves. If you're ready to elevate your dating game and see relationships through a new, empowered lens, then make sure to like, subscribe, and visit our website for more transformative content. This isn't just about finding a date, but embracing your evolution. Let's begin. 1. Scanning the room. Women's body language speaks a silent yet profound language, and understanding it can unlock the doorway to deeper, more authentic connections. One particularly intriguing behavior is when a woman scans the room repeatedly. At first glance, it might seem like an ordinary or casual habit, but this subtle action often holds significant meaning, especially in social contexts. Imagine a scenario. A woman enters a bustling cafe or a social event. She's not simply sitting or immersing herself in her phone. Her gaze moves deliberately around the room. This is not a fleeting glance or a single curious look. Her eyes wander purposefully, scanning the environment, pausing momentarily on specific individuals or areas of interest, then moving again. This recurring pattern is far from random. It signals her awareness of her surroundings and often reflects an openness to engaging with others. Actor. This behavior becomes even more telling when placed in context. If she's part of a group yet continues to glance around, it may indicate she's open to new conversations or encounters beyond her immediate circle. If she's alone, the scanning may suggest she's assessing the atmosphere and potential opportunities to connect. In contrast, a woman fixated on her phone, engrossed in a book, or deeply engaged with her companions sends a very different signal, one of focus elsewhere and likely disinterest in external interaction. Approaching a woman who displays this scanning behavior can lead to a positive and genuine interaction if done with care. Timing and sensitivity are everything. Observing the details of her body language can offer additional insight into her mindset. For example, an open posture, relaxed shoulders, and uncrossed arms may indicate receptivity. On the other hand, if her arms are crossed, her body angles away, or her gaze is brief and dismissive, these are cues that she might not be looking for a conversation. Misinterpreting these signals and approaching them too directly or at the wrong moment risks creating discomfort or an unwelcome situation. For men, understanding these subtle dynamics is not merely a way to approach women more effectively, it's a practice of empathy and respect. Women often navigate social spaces with a heightened awareness of their surroundings, whether for safety, interest, or curiosity. Recognizing and respecting the nuances of her nonverbal communication ensures that any interaction begins on a respectful and considerate foundation. Take a moment to imagine how transformative it could be if more men honed their ability to interpret these quiet signals. Imagine the ease of conversations starting with mutual understanding rather than awkward missteps. When you approach a woman who has been scanning the room and correctly read her openness, you're not just starting a conversation. You're showing her that you value her space, her boundaries, and the energy she brings into the room. This isn't about rehearsing a perfect line or finding the exact right moment. It's about being attuned to her cues, present in the interaction, and sincere in your approach. Reading a room and the subtle cues women provide is a skill that goes beyond social tactics. Building genuine connections based on respect, awareness, and shared intention is the foundation. 2. The look and look away move. In the intricate world of nonverbal communication, few gestures are as captivating and enigmatic as the look and look away move. It's a delicate interplay of interest and mystery, an age-old dance that women use to express intrigue while leaving room for interpretation. This subtle gesture can ignite curiosity and spark a connection, all without a single word being spoken. Other powerful movements can be captured on film with practically no words added. Picture this: a woman sits across the room, her posture relaxed yet composed. As your eyes scan the space, you catch her glance. Her gaze meets yours, holding for a second, maybe two. Just long enough for you to feel its warmth. Then, almost as if on cue, she looks away. But moments later, it happens again. Her eyes find yours, accompanied by a gentle smile that seems to hint of playful intent. This isn't accidental. It's a deliberate and sophisticated signal, a quiet invitation wrapped in a veil of mystery. What makes this move so compelling is its balance between giving and withholding. The initial glance captures attention, signaling interest, but the quick withdrawal creates intrigue. It's as if she's saying, "I see you, and I want you to notice me, but I'm not going to make it too easy for you." This delicate push and pull dynamic keeps you engaged, curious, and wanting more. It's not just about eye contact, though. The look and look away move is often accompanied by subtle body language cues that add layers to the message. A slight tilt of the head suggests openness and curiosity, while an inviting smile softens the interaction, making it approachable. Her posture might lean slightly toward you, or her hands rest lightly in her lap, exuding ease and comfort. These nuances work together, creating an unspoken allure that feels intentional and organic. Women, particularly those who have refined their sense of self, often use this gesture to express interest in a way that feels authentic and controlled. For them, it's not just about capturing attention, it's about setting the tone for how they wish to be approached. Mature women understand the power of subtlety. They know that less can often be more, and by creating a moment of intrigue, they invite you to take the next step. For men, the key to responding lies in recognizing the signal for what it is, an invitation, not a guarantee. Confidence is crucial here, but must be paired with respect and attentiveness. A genuine smile in return, perhaps a slight nod of acknowledgement, can signal that you're open to engaging. A casual and friendly approach can transform the silent exchange into a meaningful interaction if the moment feels right. This seemingly small move carries a more significant lesson about the art of connection. These quiet gestures remind us of the power of presence and intention in a world saturated with noise and distractions. Women are natural storytellers, even in silence, weaving intrigue and charm into every interaction. For those willing to observe, understand, and respond authentically, The look and look away move offers a glimpse into the beauty of human connection. It's a reminder that the most potent conversations sometimes begin with a simple glance. 3. Standing near you. It's rarely a coincidence when a woman repeatedly places herself near you. This subtle but deliberate behavior is often a sign of interest, an unspoken invitation for you to notice her. Imagine this. You're in a quiet bookstore where time seems to pause. Shelves stretch endlessly, and the soft murmur of distant conversations fills the air. You notice her weaving through the aisles, seemingly at ease, yet occasionally she ends up near you, browsing the same shelf or lingering close by. Her actions aren't random. Her proximity is a signal that becomes clearer when paired with other subtle cues, like glances or slight smiles. Understanding proximity is crucial. Ask yourself, is she standing closer than what feels like casual personal space? Are there abundant open rooms, yet she has chosen a spot near you? Does she accidentally end up in your vicinity multiple times? These patterns often emerge in quieter, more intimate spaces, parks, libraries, cafes, where no external chaos blurs intentions. In these settings, her closeness takes on a more deliberate meaning. She isn't just looking for a book or a seat, she's offering an opportunity for connection. The context matters. In crowded areas like bars, concerts, or festivals, proximity alone might mean little. It's often dictated by circumstance. But even in these busy environments, you can look for complementary signals. A glance followed by a coy smile or an intentional pause near you might reveal her interest more clearly. Women often layer their cues to test the waters, gauging your response before taking the next step. This behavior is rooted in psychology. Women frequently rely on nonverbal communication to express interest subtly. It's not about playing games, but about feeling safe and controlling the interaction. By positioning herself near you, she's creating a low-pressure opportunity for you to engage. A warm smile or a simple hi is often all it takes to acknowledge her interest and break the ice. Consider the nuances. If she lingers near you while casually flipping through a book, her focus might not be on the text. If she adjusts her posture, brushes her hair, or subtly mirrors your movements, these micro-expressions add layers to her intent. Women are observant, and these gestures are often designed to see how attuned you are to her presence. Respond with confidence, but avoid overthinking. Authenticity is your most potent tool. Recognizing these signals isn't just about dating, it's about learning the art of connection. Women often communicate through small, deliberate actions, preferring to let their behavior hint at their feelings before saying them outright. These moments, delicate as they may seem, are powerful. They're invitations to step forward and engage in a natural and sincere way. So pay attention the next time a woman stands just a little closer than expected, glances in your direction, or seems to coincidentally cross your path multiple times. Respond with warmth and openness. These are the moments that pave the way for genuine connection. Sometimes it's not the grand gestures that matter, but the quiet, almost imperceptible actions that speak volumes about her interest. Recognizing and responding to them could lead to a conversation, a shared laugh, or even something more significant. The key is to remain observant, authentic, and willing to take the first step when the opportunity arises. 4. Exaggerated movements. One noticeable behavior is exaggerated movements. Loud laughter, dramatic gestures, or playful hair flips might seem like ordinary actions, but they convey much more when paired with periodic glances in your direction. Imagine a woman laughing just a little louder than the context demands, her voice rising above the din of a crowded room. She might throw her head back, letting her head cascade over her shoulder, or use sweeping hand gestures as if to underline every word. While these movements may appear casual, they're often deliberate attempts to draw attention. A man observing such moments should consider the environment. Is her laughter distinctly audible despite background noise? Are her gestures larger and more expressive than others around her? Does she play with her hair, twisting, flipping, or tucking it behind her ear with unusual frequency? These are signals that go beyond everyday communication. Even fleeting eye contact after such actions reveals an effort to see if her display is achieving its goal. Why does this matter? Because these gestures reflect a blend of confidence and vulnerability. They say, "I want you to notice me," without verbalizing it outright. This indirect approach often stems from societal expectations, discouraging women from being overt in their interests. It's a dance of intrigue, subtle enough to remain deniable, yet bold enough to leave an impression. For men, the key is mindful observation. Responding to these cues with genuine attention can pave the way for meaningful interactions. Instead of assuming her gestures are purely for show, recognize the courage it takes to put herself in the spotlight. A kind acknowledgement, a smile, or a lighthearted comment can affirm her efforts and establish an immediate connection. However, it's essential to remember that not every exaggerated action is about attraction. Context matters. The behavior may reflect her personality or enthusiasm if she seems deeply engaged in a group conversation or directs her energy toward a general audience. Misinterpreting signals can lead to awkwardness, so remain attuned to the nuances. This understanding fosters respect and empathy, building a bridge between the unspoken language of gestures and authentic communication. The ability to interpret such cues with clarity and tact enriches relationships and elevates how men perceive and respond to women's unique expressions of interest. 5. Smile and hair flick. When she smiles directly at you while playing with her hair, it's a moment that shouldn't be overlooked. How she flicks her hair off her shoulders or twirls it around her fingers can seem like an unconscious action, but it's a deliberate signal. Pay close attention to the context in which it happens. If the smile is accompanied by steady eye contact and the hair movement seems to occur when she's looking directly at you, it's a strong indication of interest. There's something magnetic about combining a genuine smile and a playful gesture. The eye contact strengthens the connection, making the smile not just a friendly gesture, but a sign that she is actively engaging with you. It's a flirtatious signal, but more than that, it reveals a deeper layer of attraction, the kind that shows she feels comfortable and confident in your presence. It's not about the hair, but the attention she gives you. She could be talking to others, yet her gaze and movements are drawn to you. The flick of her hair becomes a subtle invitation to connect further, and when she holds that smile, even for a moment longer than expected, it's a silent affirmation that she's interested in more than just casual interaction. These small, almost unconscious gestures can tell you more than words sometimes. Women often communicate their feelings through body language. These signs, smiles, eye contact, and hair movements are among the clearest. So don't let it pass unnoticed when you catch her in the act. She's telling you something. If you're paying attention, you'll understand precisely what she means. Remember that these signals are just one piece of the puzzle. Understanding the whole picture comes from noticing the patterns in how she behaves around you, interacts with others, and feels comfortable in your presence. But when that smile and hair flick happens, take it as a clear and undeniable sign that you've caught her attention. 6. Prolonged or intentional eye contact. When a woman holds eye contact with you longer than usual, it's not just a fleeting moment. It's a deliberate action with layers of meaning. Eye contact that lingers for 2-3 seconds or more sends a clear signal, especially when it happens repeatedly in a short period. This is an unspoken conversation, a language that requires no words, yet says so much. Pay attention to the subtle details. A woman may raise her eyebrows or flash a smile during that gaze. Small signals that she's not just looking but communicating. The key is to understand the intent behind it. Is she acknowledging your presence or inviting you into her world? There's a fine line between accidental eye contact and something more intentional. For a shy woman, prolonged eye contact is a bold step. She may glance at you quickly, then look away, only to glance again, testing the waters, wondering if you'll approach. It's a silent question, a form of communication that doesn't demand an answer immediately, but asks for recognition. She's looking for reassurance that you see her, that you're aware of her presence. Close contact. A confident woman, on the other hand, uses eye contact as a subtle tool of power. She holds your gaze, stretching the moment long enough to catch your attention. With a smile or a raised brow, she establishes her presence. Then, with purpose, she looks away, leaving you with the lingering impact of the moment. Her eye contact is not an invitation for you to chase her, but an assertion of her confidence and control over the interaction. The lesson here is simple. Eye contact can be a powerful tool in understanding a woman's intentions. Don't mistake a casual glance for something more meaningful, but don't ignore the moments when the gaze lingers. If you can read the cues, understand whether the gaze is shy or confident, you'll gain deeper insight into the woman's feelings and intentions. 7. Preening. When a woman adjusts her hair, smooths her clothes, or fidgets with her jewelry or makeup, these seemingly minor actions often speak volumes about her state of mind. They are not just random gestures, but unconscious responses driven by a desire to appear more attractive, presentable, or approachable, especially when in the presence of someone she finds intriguing or essential. The way she subconsciously strives to perfect her image is telling. These small acts of grooming serve as a form of self-expression and a means to convey confidence. Timing is everything. If you notice her adjusting her appearance right after making eye contact with you, or when she senses you're watching her, it's more than just coincidence. This behavior is often linked to her desire to make a positive impression and present herself in the best light. She may not even realize she's doing it. Still, it's a clear indicator that she's aware of your presence and is consciously or unconsciously trying to align her external appearance with how she wants to be perceived by you. These moments of attention to her appearance often reflect an emotional investment in the interaction, signaling that she's either interested or keen on making a lasting impression. The frequency of these gestures also matters. If you notice that she continually smooths her hair, adjusts her outfit, or touches up her makeup whenever you're nearby, it's a subtle but unmistakable sign that she's engaged at the moment and cares about how she's being perceived. These actions aren't necessarily about vanity or superficiality. Instead, They reflect a more profound desire to present herself in the best possible light and to be seen as desirable, confident, and worthy of attention. It's a form of nonverbal communication that shows her desire for connection and can offer you valuable insight into her feelings and intentions. Observing these subtle signals gives you a deeper understanding of her mindset. It's an opportunity for you to respond with confidence and tact. Acknowledging her efforts, whether through a compliment, a smile, or simply a genuine acknowledgement of your connection, can strengthen the bond and make her feel seen and appreciated. These small, unconscious gestures become part of a larger narrative of attraction and connection, where both parties engage in a silent dance of mutual recognition and interest. 6 different people. One who has completely changed their life and the world around them. The key takeaway is that these grooming behaviors go beyond mere physical appearance. They express inner thoughts, emotions, and desires. When a woman adjusts her look in your presence, she's sending you a message about her interest in you and her desire to create a positive impression. Recognizing and responding to these cues can deepen your understanding of her and enhance the dynamic between you. It's about paying attention to the subtle ways she shows her vulnerability and desire for connection, and being receptive to those signals in a way that fosters mutual respect and attraction. Conclusion. As you stand on the precipice of approaching an older woman, remember that confidence doesn't come from force but from understanding. Understanding the subtle cues, the spaces between words, and the quiet strength that both you and her share in this moment. The 7 signs we've explored aren't just keys to attraction, but pathways to a deeper connection rooted in respect and authenticity. I know. Embrace these steps not as tricks or strategies, but as practices in mindfulness and presence. Each encounter, every glance, and every word is an opportunity to demonstrate your growth. In approaching an older woman, you are also approaching the better version of yourself, the version of you who listens, is patient, and knows that true confidence comes from within. Now, take this knowledge and walk forward with the poise of someone who understands the profound strength of embracing vulnerability. Remember, approaching her with respect is to honor both your journey and hers. When you act with integrity, the outcome will always resonate with both of you. If you found value in this guide, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join me as we explore the deep currents of human connection. You have the tools now. Use them to refine your approach, deepen your understanding, and transform your interactions. Let's grow together. Let's take this journey not just as a pursuit of others, but as a pursuit of the best version of ourselves.